I will tell you about How Lucky You Are by Debbie Alpha. This short story written in 2010, and it is a story about Max and Ashraki. And the author, Debbie Alpha, is from England, and she writes dark contemporary thrillers with often with characters from the urban subculture of South London. The story is written by a third-person omniscient narrator who tells the story with Max's point of view, and we get to know about Max's feelings and his thoughts. Max and his friends speak slang language, and actually, according to Max himself, Ashraki speaks better English than him and his friends. The story takes place in South London, in a town called Croydon, in England, where Max lives. He lives near Croydon town centre, which is shown at the picture, and it is here where the UK border agency lies, and this agency becomes a central setting to the story. The area around the agency is described as grey and without any nature, which is also shown at the picture. The factual time of the story is many months or years, because it starts with a brainstorm of thoughts and important experiences. There's important to know about Max's past, but the time for the flashbacks, which came after line 26 in the first page, is only extends over some few hours. Max is the main character of the story, and he goes through a lot of develops, which is characteristic for the main character. He had a creative, twisted imagination, which was a good quality in his creative school. He hates ordinary courses like math and English, so he had a good time in his school, and he was a good teenager, and he actually enjoyed being at this creative school until a day where his father left, and things started to change, and this quote is showing how he had it. This time last year, he'd been full of enthusiasm for his new school, until the day he came home to find a bulging rucksack sitting in the hallway. His dad sat him down. After this day, Max became indifferent to the world around him, and he became careless about school, and he started to smoke, which could be a sign of insecurity about who he was, because he had no father to show him how to be. One day it all changed back again when he bunked from a math test, and instead he met Ashraki, and they met at the UK border agency, and he became very interested in Ashraki's story, and it shows that he is a free spirit, and he is enterprising because he wanna hang out with Ashraki, and he's also very responsible, because he's taking care of Ashraki and gives his number to Alexa and so on. And I would like to read up something from the text. Max felt his stomach turn. Just that morning he'd had a huge row with his mom. She drove him crazy, with her nagging about homework and taking responsibility and all that crap. But what if she disappeared and he didn't know if he would ever see her again? And this sentence is showing his sympathy he gets with Ishraki, because he realized how lucky he is, and even though he had some problems with his mom, he actually loved her, and he's having a great time. Max is a compliment Ishraki's hair, and he pulled her closer and they kissed, and this shows how loving and complimenting he is. He's also a very impulsive boy, because he bunked off school, taking a walk with Ishraki, kiss her, call her back for another kiss. And he's also very emotional, because he went sad when the two girls had to go, and he waited outside a few hours later until Alexa walked out of the building alone. And when Max realized that Ishraki was deported back to Iran, he became angry and upset, and he said this here. There has to be something we can do. She's still in the country. I'll organize a protest on Facebook. I'll get people involved. We can stop this, Alexa. We can. We must. And this shows how angry and upset he is. Shraki is the most important minor character, who also goes through a little develop, because she fall in love with Max. She met Max the first time when she fell on his laptop, and she tells him that she had left Iran a half year ago, after both her parents were arrested, and she's very open-minded about her integration in England, and I would like to show you in this piece of text. I came here as an unaccompanied minor, Ashraki said, pronouncing the words with care and checking with Alexa that she got it right. But Alexa found me a place to live with an Iranian family and a school too. I learn English, and next week I take my GCSEs. And this shows how open she is to learn about her new country. She's also open to Max and wants to spend some time with him, which also shows how spontaneous she is, and it's like she always do what's best for her, like leaving Iran and take a walk with Max. She tells that there is no future for her in her country, and in England she was able to wear whatever she wanted, which was a big difference compared to Iran. She was very scared to hear the decision from the Borders Agency, and she really became disappointed when Alexa called and she had to leave Max. And she is showing how insecure and confused she is in the situation. Alexa is also another minor character. She is also important, but she is flat. She has been she is working in the refugee center, and she came to England from Kosovo as a refugee herself. And she's also lucky compared to Ishraki. She is loving and understanding, but still a bit doubtful about the situation with Max. She's very sweet to Ishraki and just wanted her to have a nice day to remember. And that's actually shown in the text. Alexa knew the girl was blogging on the possibilities of what might happen at her appointment, and she wanted her to have a day she could remember, just in case. And this shows that she knew that Ashraki was which bad things that could go to Ashraki, and she just wanted her to have a good time. She became very sad when she watched the laughing couple, Max and Ashraki, walk towards her, and she went original devastated when she couldn't help Ashraki to stay in the country. Mom is a minor character, but she's having a lot of expectation to her son Max, and this text shows how she realized how lucky she is. When Max arrived home later, his mother took one look at his face and bit of the angry lecture she had been preparing. Instead, she folded her son in her arms and waited for the time he would be ready to talk to her. Yeah, and as I said, this is showing how lucky she realized she actually is because she has her son. The theme in the text is basic integration, but also love and identity is important. The integration in Great Britain has been a big thing, and big groups of immigrants came to Great Britain in 1950s and 60s, and they got work at the production companies, and it was typical Indians and Pakistanis and Africans and Chinese, and the immigration grew, and there had to be set a stop to it. And there came a lot of new laws and process the immigrants should go through, and therefore it became really difficult to people like Ashraki to get asylum in England, which is also why Ashraki didn't get asylum. The message lays in the title, How Lucky You Are. The author wants to make the reader aware of the good things in life instead of concentrate about the bad things. And she chose such an unfair subject as integration to make us compare our own life with Ashraki. And that's what Max do when he realized how lucky he is, even though his father left him, but he still has his mom. And Alexa also realized how lucky she is because she could get asylum in England, and Max's mom realized how lucky she is because she has Max as her son. So remember to see the good things in life.